We will now come to order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, honorable city council members, mayor, city treasurer, deputy clerk, our chief of staff, city attorney, administrative staff, and audience in attendance, and those viewing via our broadcast channel and YouTube Live. Welcome to the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting, and today's date is Monday, January 22nd, 2024. Members of the public wishing to participate in this meeting may do so under the public comment portion of the agenda. Please fill out a request to speak public comment card located on the table in the back of the chambers and hand it to the deputy clerk. And at this time, we will have roll call. Councilwoman Abdo. Here. Councilman Barden.
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe.
Here.
Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Here.
Councilwoman Williams. Here. Councilman Wilson.
He's excused.
So noted. Mr. Chair, we have a quorum. Tonight's regular council meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. 3, petitioner. 4, chairperson's report. 5, mayor's report. 6, clerk's report. 7, treasurer's report. 8, public comment. 9, unfinished business. 10, new business. 11, warrant. 12, 13, and 12, communication, and 13, adjournment. And a motion be in order to accept the regular council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved to accept the regular council meeting agenda as presented. Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Mr. Wadsworth. Was it you, Ms. Adams?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, y'all got to speak up a little bit. I can't hear. You speak up, then I know, you know. Supported by Ms. Abdo. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth? Yes. Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. Number 2, minutes. For approval are the minutes from the regular meeting held on Monday, January 8th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to move that we approve the council meeting that was held on January the 8th at 7:30.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Talley, for approval of the minutes from our meeting held Monday, January 8th at 7:30. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Agenda item 2B. For approval are the minutes from the special meeting study session held on Monday, January 8th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. to discuss procedure for filling a vacancy on city council. Motion would be in order.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to move for the approval of the minutes of the special meeting that was held on Monday, January the 8th at 6:30.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
for approval of the minutes from the special meeting study session held on Monday, January the 8th at 6:30 p.m. to discuss procedures for filling a vacancy on city council. Any discussion?
Yes. It's asking for us to approve the special meeting, but on January the 2nd, we were asked to approve for a study session. So which one is it? Because we approved for a study session, not a special meeting.
A
It's the
study
minutes from
session.
January 8th.
A study session
I
is a
understand.
special meeting. Any meeting that's not a regular meeting is a special meeting. The special meeting, it can be a public hearing, a closed session, and a study session. It's one and the same.
But that wasn't requested. That's all I'm saying. We approved one thing and you're asking us to approve something totally different tonight.
On the public hearing said, special meeting study session.
It said a study session on the agenda that you asked council to approve.
On this agenda tonight,
The agenda from January the 2nd, you asked council to approve a study session for Monday, January the 8th.
I'm not following you, but, okay, so noted.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk.
So what are we approving?
You are approving the minutes from the January 8th, 2024 special meeting study session. That's what you're approving this evening.
Okay.
Minutes from January 8th's meeting.
Okay. Roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
No.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
There are no petitioners on the agenda. Number 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. First of all, I'd like to, we had a meeting, 6 to 15, a study session for the audit presentation from Plant Moran. This time, I just want to say a belated happy birthday to our Mayor, McCray. Happy birthday, Mayor, from the council. And I also would like to say the DPW did a great job. Some residents have called and said a great job out of DPW this past week for the weather, salting the streets. That's the calls that I got from residents, that they're doing a good job. Also, I'd like the mayor to, if he would, give us some kind of update on the Wayne Road opening or close or whatever.
It's open.
I know.
Absolutely, love to. And I will definitely pass on the kind words to the DPW guys who are out there working on the snow event. I know they were a little bit late in some areas, but they also had a water main break, and a lot of residents will remember that they get pulled off in different directions when the weather goes. So I'll definitely make sure that they're aware of the sentiments. On the Wayne and Ecorse Road intersection, it's open, but only at about 80%. There's still a restriction on westbound Ecorse, just east of Wayne Road. That is not open yet. So be careful in that area. Some residents or some people are still, motors still going around those signs. So the intersection is open. However, westbound Ecorse, east of Wayne Road, still remains closed because they're waiting on parts for that water main to complete that. It's going to be wrapped up in early spring. So we pushed them pretty hard to get that open. We weren't really happy with how they opened it. That's why we didn't advertise, but some residents were going through there. And we'll continue to monitor it and work with them and get it at full capacity as soon as possible.
Mayor, is that eastbound?
You want, go ahead.
Is that eastbound, Ecorse?
Eastbound Ecorse is open. Westbound Ecorse, east of Wayne Road, is where the water main is still exposed. And that's still closed. So you
They
can't go
still-
westbound on Ecorse.
They still have the barricades up
Mhm.
if you're going east on Ecorse.
Okay, we'll double check on those. We'll make sure.
Okay.
And again, that's not our project. We're going
Right,
to work with
right.
them. But yeah, we weren't happy with how they opened some of those things. I thought that there's still some dangerous situations out there, especially with the snow event that we had. So we'll continue to work with the county and the state on that one.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Abdo, I know you requested to speak.
Yes,
Thank you.
I would like to personally thank the DPW for the great job that they have done keeping our roads open. I did receive phone calls from people in the community, and they were positive, and I think that's important to put out there. Thank you.
Thank you. I will definitely make sure that message gets pushed down.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair?
That concludes the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chair?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm
Don't worry
sorry.
about it. In addition to our mayor celebrating his birthday, I'd like to wish Mayor Pro Tem John Barton a happy birthday. He also celebrated a birthday this month, so happy birthday,
Oh,
Councilman
thank
Barton.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
There
Appreciate
were a
it.
lot of birthdays this month.
Right, right. Capricorn, so, all right. Thanks a lot, Madam Clerk.
Thank you.
Now that concludes the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for approval of the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. Thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Thank you. Good evening, City Council, Madam Treasurer, Madam Clerk, Deputy Clerk, audience here today, and also the audience at home. Couple significant events that went on in our community and are going on in our community, want to talk about before. We don't have Vanessa in a video tonight, but I want to thank everybody who came out and participated in the Curling Royale this year. Treasurer Stacy Page did well out there this year with her team, had her son out there. He wants to do it again next year, but we had a great event. And again, the funds from this year's event went to supplement funds for the Veterans Outreach Scholarship Fund through our Romulus High School students. So excited about that. The VFW is now a part of that as well. It was a great turnout. Everybody had a good time. The Frosty Gems was the winner this year, followed up by J&M. So we had a great time. We probably had a couple hundred people out there at one time. Everybody had a good time. But a special thank you to Kayla and Rachel Dunner. They do a great job helping the event out and run the Frostbite Grill. Let's see, Jerry Frederick was also a huge help getting the things taken care of today, or Saturday. Jimmy Krova, got to thank the First Lady, Kendra McCrate. She came out and ran registration for us and did a great job. Our chief corporate sponsor in Osborne Concrete for donation of all the concrete for the Curling Stones Throw, getting involved and being a positive part of our community. Also, newcomer to Romulus, Bubby's Pizza. They were out there with hot chocolate and some other beverages for people. So they came out and donated their time. And then also Frank and Nick at E-Course Market. They're always supporting the city. So make sure you patronize those guys. And again, it was a great event. Had a good time. Everybody had fun. More importantly, nobody got hurt that I know of. And we all had a good time out there on Saturday. So a couple other events that we have coming up. February 3rd, Romulus VFW has musical bingo. February 17th. Black History Month celebration at 3 p.m. at the Pentecostal Baptist Church on Vinewood. February 17th, Mother and Son Super Bowl night out, 6 to 8 at Romulus Lanes. That's always a great event. February 19th is President's Day and city offices will be closed. February 23rd is the Spring Paint Party at Polka Dots Decor and More on Goddard. And also that's where the old Polka Dot store was. And they're doing the craft show now. February 24th is the annual dog and cat inoculation. That's a great deal. If you have pets you need to get taken care of at 9 a.m. and it runs until 1 at the Romulus DPW. And February 27th is Election Day. I'll let our clerk talk about that under her report. So the action items I have for my report tonight, first one is an exemption of principal residence by reason of poverty. And I would concur with the recommendation of Julie Albert, Director of Assessing and Financial Services, and respectfully request council adopt the attached resolution for the City of Romulus poverty exemption for 2024 to be used with the Board of Review to review or approve poverty exemptions.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to move that we approve the exemption of the principal residency by the reason of poverty.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Williams for exemption of principal residence by reason of property. Any discussion?
Yes, through the chair.
Yes, Ms. Talley.
Quick question, Julie. For the copies that need to be submitted, and I know this is ongoing every year, the state and federal income tax returns, how far back they got to go to resubmit their tax returns?
The current year or one prior.
The current year, one prior, okay, thank you. And if they haven't filed yet, they can do just the prior year?
Correct.
Okay, and then when they ask for, they need a copy of drive ID for everybody in the household, even dependent kids have to submit something?
Correct. It would be information from the school or something of that nature to show that the kids live in Romulus.
Okay, and then you guys make the final approval, correct, the review board?
The Board of Review does, yes.
And so that if there's an issue comes up where they want to appeal it, that's when they would go in front of the Michigan Tribunal?
Yes. exactly,
Okay,
yes.
if for any appeal process?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, I just need clarification.
Thank you, Mr. Talley. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next item I have for action is an intergovernmental agreement with Wayne County for the 2023 Justice Assistance Grant, or known as the JAG Grant. I concur with the recommendation of Chief Robert Fonis and City Attorney Steve Hitchcock to respectfully request City Council adopt the attached resolution authorizing the mayor and clerk to enter into the intergovernmental agreement with Wayne County for the 2023 Justice Assistance Grant Funding Program awarded to the City of Romulus and accept the monies from Wayne County in the amount of $16,837.06.
Need a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for the intergovernmental agreement with Wayne County for 2023 Justice Assistant Grant.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for intergovernmental agreement with Wayne County, 2023 Justice Assistant Grant. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next is the approval for Renaissance Zone Service Fees Agreement. Concur with the recommendation of Kevin Kraus, Director of Community Safety and Development and Legal Counsel, and respectfully request council to authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached Renaissance Zone Service Fees Agreement between Ford Motor Company and the City of Romulus.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for the Renaissance Zone Service Fee Agreement between Ford Motor Company and the City of Romulus.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo, for Renaissance Zone Service Fee Agreement. Discussion?
Yes, through the chair.
Yes, Ms. Talley.
I don't see Kevin here. Can you guys answer the question? Okay, so when they're doing a one-time payment of $90,000, it's a one-time. What is this phase-out period that we're talking about begins tax year 2023 if it expires on December 30th, 2025? What's the phase-out period? What does that mean?
Well, we're in it right now, and...
Yeah, what does that mean?
That means in tax year calendar 2026, they're back to paying full taxes like any other properties do based on the value.
Okay, so right now, they're not doing that right now?
Correct.
Okay, so when it comes to expire in 2025, then we can get back to regular, because do they own this property, or are they, what is the status of the
I think
property?
they own the property.
Ford owns the property.
Huh?
Ford
Ford owns it?
property, yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're doing this 90,000 payment, and then when we get to 2025, they'll get back to the,
Paying normal property taxes.
no, okay, got it. Okay, that's what I needed. Thank you.
Just some additional detail on that. The way this was structured, that was the Renaissance Zone, but they made A123 Battery made a payment to the city
Okay.
that exceeded the amount we would receive in the tax capture. However, when A123 left the building,
Right.
they didn't disclose that to Ford, so we've been working with Ford to find the right amount, and Ford's agreed to pay this amount, so.
So what do they mean when they say Renaissance Zone?
It's a tax incentive package
That's
created
all
to
pretty
the
much.
state.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Williams and then Ms.
Yes.
Roscoe.
And I would just like to add, I spoke with Kevin pertaining to this earlier today, and he explained it, and I want to give thanks to our assessor for working with Ford Motor Company and those involved, making sure that we get something out of it, because A1 Battery Factory, the deal that was made with them was totally different. So thanks to Kevin, the mayor, your team for making sure, because eventually they'll get all the way back up to 100%. And that's the good thing for the city around us. So I would like to say, Kevin said he may not be here tonight because he wasn't feeling good, but let him know I appreciate the response from the questions I had earlier. Thank you.
Ms. Roscoe.
I was just going to make about the same comment that Councilwoman Williams did about the phase-out, that each year it's a little different until they get to that 100%. And Kevin did call today, and I appreciated all the information that he gave us.
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to say, Kevin, there's one thing good about Kevin. He calls all the council people and update them, all council people, so appreciate that. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. Last item I have up for action tonight is a piggyback on the Sourcewell contract for Mitel Business Systems and its upgrade for citywide phone system. I concur with the recommendation of Jennifer Madison, Assistant Technology Director, and Gary Harris, Purchasing Director, and respectfully request council's authorization to piggyback on the Sourcewell contract number 120122-MBS for the upgrade the existing citywide Mitel phone system for the price of $72,102.
Need a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion, piggyback on the Sourcewell contract for the Mitel Business Systems to upgrade of the citywide phone system.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, to piggyback on the Sourcewell contract, Mitel Business System, upgrade of citywide phone system. Any discussion?
Yes, through the chair.
Yes, Ms.
I got
Talley.
a couple. Ms. Jennifer, can I ask you some questions? When was the last time we went through an implementation like this with telephones?
So the original implementation was 2014.
Okay.
We upgraded the system. The duration is typically, the vendor says 20 years. The reason we're not at 20 years is because technology at that point was at a different stance, and now the software has exceeded the life of support from the phone company. So in order to bring our phone system up to current standards, we have to perform the upgrade. So the anticipation is this will be a 20-year life for the hardware.
Once we do get this in place, how long is this this seems extensive. How long is this implementation process?
It actually shouldn't take too long. It's not one of our bigger projects.
Okay.
It's kind of a side project because of what we're contracting, the company will actually work with us, and they're going to come in and redo all the hardware.
Okay.
Port over all of our software systems. And so the only thing, that will really kind of be on the backs of Romulus is just fine tweaking each phone and user setting and that type of thing.
And they outlined their plan very well. It was really good to follow. So what happens with the equipment that's not going to be usable anymore? What's going on? Because they ain't taking that. I read that they're not taking that.
So we have a recycling program for all electronics through ElectroCycle that we do all of our computer stuff. The clerk uses them. So we're electronically recycling.
They won't be putting no office in the back that's piled up somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. And then my last question, can we get some music on that MyTel message this time? Because when I sit on there for the conference call, it's the MyTel. Can we get some music?
Is it the MyTel one or is
It's MyTel when I call in for the monthly prayers, and when I'm waiting for people to come on, it's just MyTel.
I thought it was the Mayor's.
Can we get some
Mayor's
music?
greeting. There is a system downstairs that does manage that. I will check with to see if that's part of the upgrade within it. But I believe it is because we have to do this software, but let me follow up with you on that. to make
Thanks,
sure.
Jennifer. I'm all set. Thanks.
Okay. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, and I hate making lists because you always forget somebody. I also want to thank Jerry Frey, our new DDA director. Well, he's been at it for a year now, so he's not new anymore, and everybody knows Jerry, but he did an incredible job jumping up and helping out with the curling rail this weekend. So, of course, Jennifer was right behind him helping out, and she had fresh baked cookies. Could have used some milk, because it was, but they were awesome, so thank everybody for coming out again. That will conclude my report for this evening.
Thank you, Mayor.
And number 6 is the clerk's report. I have one action item. 6A for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 2324-12 in the amount of $200,000 to recognize expenses for the Mary Ann Banks DNR grant project. This budget amendment was introduced at the January 8th regular council meeting.
Mr.
Mr.
Chair.
Chairman, I'm going to move for the second reading and final adoption of the budget amendment of 23/24-12, and it's for the Mary Ann Banks Park.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for second reading and final adoption of budget amendment 23/24-12. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. And council, before I close out my report, I have a couple of comments and that I'd like to make and some announcements. First, I would like to just discuss the Martin Luther King Day celebration, and I'd just like to thank everyone who came out and supported the program. We had a really good program, and to all those who braved the cold, who walked, we had the march anyway, even though it was really cold. Some were concerned whether or not we should cancel, but Romulus residents, man, they wanted to get out there and brave the cold, so we were able to have the march. Went well. We had our meet and greet, coffee and donuts, which we want to thank Kroger's. Kroger's just came out and just provided all sorts of food, which was managed by our Rotary
Yes.
Club. And we want to thank our Romulus Rotary Club for, we don't have the pancake breakfast anymore, but we still have our, we can have our coffee, donuts, meet and greet time. And with that, there's a bunch of thank yous. I want to just acknowledge all those individuals who participated to make our event a success this year. First, coming from Romulus Community Schools, of course, we want to thank our superintendent, Dr. Edmondson, for his remarks, his support. We have members of the Board of Education, to Principal Seth Petty, who was the host this year from the high school, and then our very own Jessica Reyes, the director of bands. Our symphony band was great. There were only 18 students, but it sounded just like,
Right.
there were 50 students, and their performance was great. And they've been supporting since the inception of our celebration, and so again, we want to thank our symphony band. And then, Billy Garland has retired, so, someone taking over, taking his place, big shoes, but I believe they found the right person, and this is Ray Holt. He's the acting operations manager, and he was just wonderful to work with, and anything we needed, he was right there to help us get through, make sure that the buildings were open, tables, everything that we needed to facilitate the program. And then to help facilitate with our meet and greet, we had the new food services director, Brian Edie, and they had just had a baby, and he still came out and supported, and their whole team. The one thing I want to mention, that with Romulus Community Schools, they had their whole auditorium redone with all the new sound system, and they worked really hard, diligently throughout the weekend to make sure that the auditorium was ready for us on Monday. And I'm telling you, it was their sound system and all the renovations are great. It's wonderful in there. So kudos to the staff and everyone from Romulus High School and the Romulus Community School District. Our community groups and organizations, again, we mentioned the Romulus Rotary Club. We want to thank St. John's Lodge, number 44, our Romulus Ministerial Alliance, and this year we really want to say thank you to our Western Wayne County NAACP branch who came out. The president, Gina Wilson Stewart, was one of our speakers. She did an amazing job. Again, Kroger's Fulfillment Network, we had a driver for the shuttle bus, and I want to thank the mayor for helping us out, making sure our shuttle bus was working. He met the driver at 6:30 in the morning. Every year we have issues with the bus not starting for the last couple of years, and so this year everything was great. And so Mayor McCray, thank you so much for meeting our driver. Our driver was Reverend Hardin James. This is his second year, and so we want to thank him for driving the shuttle bus. He even went as far as one of our seniors couldn't get out. It was so cold. So on his way to, to shuttle everyone, he picked up that senior citizen and took her there so she could be part of the program. We want to thank, of course, Reverend Willis's church, Pentecostal Missionary Baptist Church, their members who helped us out. Amazon this year came out. Alexis Edmonds, their Black Employee Network, they came out and provided hand warmers at the middle school before everyone marched. So this is their first year participating, and we're looking forward to a partnership with them, moving forward, helping us. And then also we had Oak Street Health Services. They came out and had a table set up. And then from the city of Romulus, again, thank you, Mayor McCray, for your support so much. To our chief of staff, thank you. She serves on our committee. We want to thank our city treasurer, Stacy Page, who serves on the committee. We want to thank Councilwoman Tina Talley, who is also a committee member. She just was right there. Anything that was needed, she was right there. Thank you, Councilwoman Talley. Thank you, Councilwoman Abdo. She's part of the Rotary, but she always helps us with signing things in and signing in all of our elected officials. To our Romulus Police Department, our Fire Department, to our Cable Department, thank you, Roger, and to the ladies who are always there to videotape and to broadcast live. Maria Lambert always does a great job every year with our with providing, designing our flyers. Rose Swidan, our senior services, making sure we had our shuttle bus, and then Mike Laskaska, director of communications, and then I would totally be remiss if I did not mention this person. He's my ride or die, our deputy clerk, John Hockenhall, who made sure that wonderful PowerPoint and all of our audio-visual things were working. And then just to everyone, our city at large, all those who came out, I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. We had our Delta, the Delta Sigma Theta sorority. They came out dressed in their red, and they were ready to work. And so just to everyone who came out, this was a great year. We were very fortunate to have as our keynote speaker, Reverend Willis was our keynote speaker, and he was absolutely phenomenal. We were so excited. We also had our very own state senator, Senator Camilleri. He had remarks, and then we had Attorney Teresa Patton sing "Lift Every Voice and Sing," and then also to our sweet Romulus Girl Scout troop, number 77984. Those young ladies led the Pledge of Allegiance, and I hope I didn't miss anybody, but to everyone who participated, we had a great program. And again, thank you. We had a great team this year, and we've already started planning for next year, so we're looking forward to a bigger program. I'm praying for warmer weather, though, and so that we can have more participation. So thank you, Mr. Chair, for allowing me to take the time to thank everyone for participating in our MLK program. And then last, as the mayor already mentioned, that February 27th is our presidential primary election. And so we will begin mailing out ballots this Thursday, January 25th. So you should have your ballots by, your absentee ballots by this weekend. After you complete filling out your ballots, do not forget to sign your envelope, the outside envelope. Please make sure you sign that. There's prepaid postage, so you can return your ballot, or we have a drop boxes in 2 locations, one out in front of City, here at City Hall, and then the second one is also in front of our senior building. So there's 3 ways that you can return your ballot. So again, thank you. We hope that everybody will participate in this election. And with that concludes my report, and thank you again for allowing me to take the time.
Okay. Again, I attended that, and Madam Clerk, you did one great job yourself.
Yes.
Thank you for a good job you did also.
Yes.
Okay, then that takes us to number 7, the treasurer's report.
Thank you and good evening to all. Just a reminder that property taxes are due on Wednesday, February 14th. And as a reminder, the last day you can pay your property taxes is on Thursday, February 29th. As of Friday, March 1st, we do send them to the county. So make sure you get your property taxes paid by February 14th. And if you have any questions, please call the Treasurer's Office at 734-942-7580. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer.
Number 8 is public comment, and this is the portion of the agenda for those who are in the audience and who would like to address the City Council. The rules to address the council can be found on the back of the meeting agenda. To address City Council, raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium, state your name, and please note that members of the public who submitted a public comment card will be called upon first. You will have 3 minutes to speak, and any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson.
Any comments from the audience? If there's no comments from the audience, Madam Clerk, we'll close that part out.
Okay, takes us to number 9, unfinished business. Number 10, new business. Number 11 for approval is warrant 24-02.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we pay warrant 24-02 in the following amounts. General Fund, $120,276.74. Major Street Fund, $7,652.45. Local Street Fund, $16,898.66. Public Safety Fund, $21,629.94. Cable TV, $1,721.23. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $440.77. Street Lighting Fund, $58,786.36. Oakwood SAD, $109.64. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $844.57. Michigan Indigent Defense Fund, $12,945.66. 911 Service Fund, $4,971.83. NARC Forfeiture State, $433. Library Fund, $4,291.39. DDA, $3,741.99. Tifa District 2, $23,987.38. Vining Road Extension E-Course Construction, $5,698.34. Water and Sewer Fund, $387,027.20. Motor Vehicle, $16,228.75. Technology Services, $34,758.27. Retiree Insurance Benefits, $100,330.15. Revolving Fund, $4,941.42. General Tax Fund, $6,010. Current Tax, $7,522.62. Payroll Fund, $130,411.68. Totaling all funds, $971,660.54.
I'll second that motion.
Been motion by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Talley, to pay warrant number 24-02 for $971,660.54. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Number 12 is communication.
Yeah, through the chair.
Ms. Talley?
I just want to give a shout out to Colleen Dumas. This young lady, Director of Parks and Recreation, got a bevy of things going on. I just want to highlight some of the things she has going on. Just phenomenal for our youth, and just for our activities going on for our city. We have the Fast Forward and Think Spring, register now for T-ball and baseball. Keep in mind that all these events, which are many, is on the website at www.romulusgov.com. You can find all of these activities. We got the T-ball and baseball. Please check out the website. We got Winter Pee Wee Youth Boys and Girls Basketball Program. Registration now. That's also on the website. We got the Romulus Super Bowl Mother and Son Night Out, Saturday, February 17, 2024. Check out the website. Saturday, March 23rd, the Easter egg hunt. Check out the website. All these things are on our website. We have an indoor tennis, youth co-ed, that is coming up in April. Check out our Romulus.gov website. And then we have on here flag football for boys and girls. Check out the website. We have a bunch of things going on. This young woman is working diligently to bring activities and things to our communities, for our kids, for adults. So please check out our website for all this, for details, specific details of all these different events that's coming up now and coming up down the pipeline. So you want to check those out on our website. And then, can't add nothing to what Ms. Ellen was saying, the clerk, about Dr. King. I just want to say thank you, as Mr. Barton said, for the work you do behind the scenes. And Dijon, we have to have a quarterback to do this. So you are the quarterback for the Dr. K, so thank you. Reverend Willis hands it off to you, and he supports everything you do. And you know Reverend Willis, whatever the weather, he out there walking. I'm like, I commend him and everybody that was out there, but yeah, he's gonna be out there walking. But no, thank you for quarterbacking this thing. I mean, you do it very well, so thank you for what you do. And then I just want to shout out to Wendy Harmon she has a coffee, get you an early morning cup of coffee at Harmon Grounds. Early in the morning, I think she starts at 6 a.m. to 12, around that time, but I think she's open 6 or 7 days a week. So you want to stop by there and get you a nice hot cup of Joe, and I think it's at 6 a.m. She's there on Garter, next, I don't know the address, but right there on the corner where the motorcycle shop is. Get you a hot cup of coffee from Harmon Grounds. Thank you.
Yes. I would like to ask for a memorial resolution for Mother Minnie Lee Donald. She was one of the first residents that we did the sign dedication for. She was born March the 15th, 1917. She passed January the 19th, 2024, 106 years old.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Williams, supported by Ms. Roscoe.
Kathy.
Kathy, how come I can't never hear you over there? I guess
It's not like I'm quiet.
I'm sorry, Kathy, I just can't hear you, sweetheart. Supported by Ms. Abdo for memorial resolution. Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that memorial is approved.
Is there any more communication from council?
Yes.
Does that conclude?
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, I've been a big supporter.
Did they win?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
And Lions her name is 0-16.
Goofy, but.
Wadsworth used to laugh and stuff. Now he finally got him on board. And we're just 2 games away. We may have a shot at going to the Super Bowl. We win Sunday, we will go to the Super Bowl.
There you go.
Go Lions, big supporter.
Lions.
All right, thank you.
If there's no further comment, takes us to number 13, adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.